10. Old Goldburn Weir Bridge, Victoria. The Goldburn Weir, completed in 1891, was a monumental engineering feat for its time, creating Australia's first major irrigation system and playing a crucial role in the development of Victoria's agricultural heartland. The Old Goldburn Weir Bridge, an integral part of this complex, allowed access across the weir itself. Before this, crossing the Goldburn River in this area would have been a perilous and unreliable endeavour. The weir and its bridge symbolize human ingenuity in taming the landscape. Despite its impressive function, the Old Goldburn Weir Bridge is steeped in chilling tales, particularly that of the Lady in White. The most common story revolves around a young woman who was tragically thrown from the bridge to her death after a lover's quarrel, or perhaps a more sinister act, her body never recovered. Her spectral form is said to appear on the bridge, particularly at night, often seen by lone travelers. Reports describe a ghostly figure in a flowing white gown, sometimes appearing to float above the bridge, other times standing silently, staring out into the water. Locals and visitors have experienced inexplicable cold spots, heard disembodied cries, and felt an overwhelming sense of sadness or dread when crossing the bridge after dark. The eerie quiet of the weir at night, coupled with the tragic legend, creates a palpable sense of the supernatural. Is she searching for her lost love, or perhaps for her own lost life? Her presence is a haunting reminder of a life tragically cut short, forever bound to the historic structure overlooking the dark waters of the Goulburn. 9. Daraban Creek Bridge, Victoria. The Daraban Creek Bridge, a less grand but no less significant structure, is one of many crossings over Daraban Creek in Melbourne's northern suburbs. These bridges, varying in age and construction, are vital local connectors, part of the extensive urban fabric. While not a singular, famous landmark, the Daraban Creek area itself has a long history, from Aboriginal land to early European settlement, and later, the development of Melbourne's sprawling suburbs. It is specifically one of the older bridges, often referred to as the Bridge of Sighs by locals, that is associated with chilling tales. The most prominent haunting concerns a woman dressed in white, often referred to as the White Lady. The legend, passed down through generations, claims she was tragically murdered on or near the bridge, and her spirit remains trapped, forever searching for justice or peace. Drivers crossing the bridge late at night have reported seeing her spectral form, sometimes standing by the roadside, other times seemingly gliding across the road, causing sudden swerving or inexplicable fear. Her appearance is often accompanied by a sudden drop in temperature or an oppressive feeling. Some accounts suggest she was a young bride, others a jilted lover, but all agree her end was violent and sorrowful. The isolation of some parts of the creek, even within an urban setting, and the tragic nature of the legend, contribute to the bridge's unsettling reputation, making it a place many avoid after dark. 8. Story Bridge, Queensland. The Story Bridge, an iconic cantilever bridge spanning the Brisbane River, opened in 1940. Named after John Douglas Story, a prominent public servant, its construction provided vital employment during the Great Depression. It was a massive undertaking, and like many bridges of its era, it carries the stories of the thousands of workers who built it, and the city it serves. It's a key part of Brisbane's identity, a majestic structure that has witnessed countless personal stories unfold beneath its arches. While the Story Bridge isn't known for a specific, widely reported ghost or singular haunting incident in the same vein as some other bridges on this list, it's a popular location for what some might call urban legends and the lingering echoes of human emotion. Tragically, like many large bridges, it has been the site of numerous suicides over the decades. This has led to anecdotal reports from locals and emergency services personnel of a pervasive sense of sadness or unease, particularly during the late hours. Some have reported fleeting glimpses of figures on the pedestrian walkways or feeling a sudden, inexplicable chill, particularly near certain vantage points. These aren't the dramatic apparitions of a named ghost, but rather the subtle, somber imprints of countless personal tragedies. The very fabric of the bridge, from its imposing height to its long history, seems to absorb the emotional weight of these events, creating a more generalized, melancholic haunting, a quiet testament to the lives that have, for various reasons, ended there. 7. Richmond Bridge, Tasmania. The Richmond Bridge, completed in 1825, holds the distinction of being the oldest surviving stone arch bridge in Australia, a truly remarkable piece of colonial history. Constructed by convict labour, it stands as a testament to their skill and endurance, a vital link across the Coal River that connected Hobart to the east coast and the Tasman Peninsula. Its enduring presence has made it a beloved landmark, drawing visitors to its picturesque setting and historical significance. Yet, this beautiful, historic bridge is also one of Australia's most notoriously haunted. The most frequently cited spectral resident is George Grover, a brutal convict stockman and flagellator, much despised for his cruelty. Legend says he was murdered and thrown from the bridge in 1832, his body discovered later. His ghost is commonly seen, a shadowy figure, wandering the bridge and its banks, especially on moonlit nights. Visitors have reported sudden drops in temperature, feelings of being watched, and even heard disembodied moans and whispers. Another recurring phantom is a dog, sometimes seen lying near the bridge, believed to be the loyal companion of a convict who tragically drowned in the river nearby. The sheer weight of history, combined with the documented brutality of the convict era, makes the Richmond Bridge a magnet for paranormal activity, a place where the past refuses to stay buried. 6. Seacliffe Bridge, New South Wales. The Seacliffe Bridge, a spectacular and relatively modern cantilever bridge opened in 2005, is a breathtaking engineering marvel along the Grand Pacific Drive south of Sydney. It hugs the dramatic coastline between Clifton and Coalcliff, a testament to overcoming challenging geography and providing a stunning scenic route. Before its construction, this stretch of coast was prone to landslides, making travel perilous, and highlighting the constant struggle between human infrastructure and the power of nature. Despite its modern construction, the inherent dangers of the dramatic cliffs it traverses, and the historical hardships of the region, have woven a tapestry of unease around the bridge. The area around Coalcliff and Clifton has a long history of mining disasters and perilous conditions. Though there isn't one specific, well-known ghost haunting the bridge itself, the very atmosphere is imbued with the echoes of hardship and tragedy. Local legends and anecdotes speak of a pervasive sense of melancholy, and some have reported feeling an unsettling presence or experiencing unexplained cold spots, particularly on foggy days or at dusk. It's as if the spirits of those who toiled and suffered in the challenging coastal environment, or perhaps those lost to the unforgiving sea below, linger, silently observing the modern passage of traffic. The sheer drama of the landscape, coupled with its history of human struggle, makes the Seacliffe Bridge a place where the veil between worlds feels thin, even without a specific named apparition. 5. Coathanger Bridge, Sydney Harbour Bridge, New South Wales. The iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge, affectionately known as the Coathanger, opened on March 19, 1932, after almost a century of debate and planning. Construction began in 1925, employing over 1,600 people from all corners of the world. It stands as a monumental feat of engineering, a symbol of Sydney, and a vital artery connecting the city. Beneath its gleaming steel, however, lies a chilling legend. While 16 official deaths were recorded during its construction, a persistent rumor speaks of 3 additional workers whose deaths were hushed up. The legend claims these 3 men fell into the massive pylons during construction and were subsequently entombed in the concrete, their bodies too difficult to retrieve. As transient contractors, their disappearances weren't immediately noticed, and they became an eerie, permanent part of the bridge's foundation. While there are no specific direct haunted incidents reported on the bridge's deck or arches by the general public in the same vein as ghostly apparitions, the very thought of these lost souls forever encased within its colossal structure sends shivers down the spine. It's a haunting whispered beneath the grandiosity, a silent testament to the human cost of such a monumental undertaking, forever linking the bridge to those who literally became a part of it. 4. Ross Bridge, Tasmania. Completed in 1836, the Ross Bridge is a masterpiece of convict craftsmanship, a stunning sandstone arch bridge adorned with over 180 intricate carvings. Designed by colonial architect John Lee Archer and largely built by skilled convict stonemasons like Daniel Herbert and James Colbeck, it replaced an earlier timber structure. This bridge stands as a powerful testament to the artistic expression and resilience of the convicts, a functional piece of infrastructure that also serves as enduring art from a harsh era. However, the beauty of the Ross Bridge belies a darker past, and it is said to be one of Tasmania's most haunted locations. The most prominent spectral resident is believed to be the ghost of George Grover, an unpopular ex-convict and flagellator. In 1832, after a drunken brawl, Grover was reportedly thrown from the bridge onto the rocks below, his body later found. His murder was never solved. To this day, on misty nights, the ghost of George Grover is said to appear on the bridge, forever bound to the spot where his life tragically ended. Visitors and locals have reported inexplicable cold spots, feelings of being watched, and even fleeting glimpses of a shadowy figure, adding to the chilling allure of this historic, yet haunted, landmark. 3. Silverton Bridge, New South Wales. The Silverton area, and its railway line, the Silverton Tramway, built between 1888 and 1970, was critical to the economic backbone of Broken Hill, ferrying silver lead zinc ore to Port Pirie. It was a private line, a testament to colonial ingenuity, designed to circumvent government regulations and connect the vast mining fields to the smelters. While there isn't a specific Silverton Bridge known for prominent hauntings in the way others on this list are, the vast, isolated, and harsh landscape around Silverton holds its own chilling stories. The most notable historical tragedy linked to the broader Silverton area, and perhaps subtly connected to the lonely tracks and remote crossings, is the inexplicable death of an Elizabeth Beth Maynard in February 1890. Her body was found near Rat Hole Tank, a water dam west of Silverton, after she had been dead for 13 days. Despite having enough money for food, she died of malnutrition. Beth was known for her unconventional life, and her mysterious demise remains unsolved. While no direct spectral sightings on a bridge are reported, the harshness of the outback, the lonely tracks, and the unsolved mysteries like Beth's death, contribute to a pervasive sense of unease and lingering spirits in the region, particularly around isolated spots that served as lifelines in such a desolate environment. The ghosts of the outback are often those who succumb to its unforgiving nature, and their stories, though not confined to a single bridge, hang heavy in the air. 2. Windsor Bridge, New South Wales. The Windsor Bridge, originally constructed in 1874, was an engineering marvel, the oldest bridge crossing the Hawkesbury River Daraban until its demolition in 2021. This historic structure provided vital transport for the region, connecting communities and facilitating trade for over a century. Its very construction highlighted the hazardous conditions faced by workers in that era. Beyond its impressive engineering, Windsor, particularly around the bridge and the historic Macquarie Arms Inn, built in 1815 and Australia's oldest mainland pub, is steeped in tales of clandestine activities. Legend has it that a network of secret tunnels existed, stretching from the Windsor Wharf on the Hawkesbury River, beneath Thomson Square, and connecting to various buildings, including the Macquarie Arms Hotel. These smugglers' tunnels were supposedly used to transport illicit rum and other goods during the early colonial days, a time when rum was a form of currency, even leading to the Rum Rebellion of 1808. While the physical existence of these tunnels remains a local myth, the eerie, foggy nights in Windsor certainly lend themselves to such whispered histories. Though not directly tied to a specific haunting of the bridge itself, the clandestine past of the surrounding area, with its hidden passageways and echoes of illicit trade, imbues the very air with a sense of lingering secrets, making the old bridge a silent witness to a shadowy history. 1. Macquarie Fields Ghost Bridge, New South Wales. Before it became a phantom thoroughfare, the area around the Macquarie Fields Ghost Bridge, specifically the Bunbury-Curran Creek Bridge on the main Southern Railway, saw its beginnings as a temporary railway junction in 1891. This junction, known as Bunbury Junction, was crucial for the duplication of the line between Liverpool and Campbelltown, serving railway workers before the bridge itself was completed in 1892. The nearby Macquarie Fields station opened in 1888, becoming a regular stop on the railway network. But a darker history began to unfold, staining the tracks with tragedy. In July 1906, 42-year-old Emily Hay Georgeson was struck and killed by a train near the station. Over the decades, this tragic incident, coupled with other unsettling occurrences, wove a tapestry of paranormal activity around the bridge and the station. The legend speaks of the Lady in Black, believed to be Caroline Collitz, a local woman from the Hartley Valley, whose spectral form is said to appear to travelers. Since the mid-19th century, accounts describe horses becoming agitated, and drivers encountering a young woman in black, sometimes with arms raised in supplication, eyes shining like a tiger's, or even headless. She's said to cling to the back of vehicles, causing drivers to lose control. At night, after trains cease their rumbling, cries and screams are frequently reported emanating from the station area. Is it Emily, Caroline, or another lost soul, forever bound to the bridge and its tragic past?